Let's talk Jinx, a weekly Jinx video we do every Wednesday about anything to do with Jinx, as well as this video acted as a weekly discussion thread on the Jinx subreddit, our League of Jinx. Make sure to go check that out. And it's patch day, so we're talking about patch 10.5, changes to Jinx, changes that might affect Jinx, and we'll round the video out with a pseudo AD carry tier list usually, but this time maybe not so much. So that being said, with Alistar, the base health has been increased, the passive stack gain no longer has a cooldown after Alistar roars. They're basically buffing him, so if you're playing with one or against one, no, he's going to be a little bit more durable. And after his passive, the Triumphant Roar, instead of the 3-second cooldown from the new stacks, we'll be able to start gaining stacks on that immediately afterward. With Bard, again, if you're playing with or against a Bard, it looks like the passive Chine damage has been decreased. He's a little bit on the strong side right now. We want to make him a little bit less of a bully, and I guess more of a roamer or something like that, too. Blitzcrank is getting a change, where the base armor is being decreased, so if you've not having been a lot of fun playing against Blitzcrank lately, he's going to be a little bit weaker with his armor, and when he misses that hook, you can harass him a bit better now because of that. And if you're playing with a Blitzcrank, just know that he can get all in a bit more easier now because of the less armor. So if he's, in a caught-out position and you don't think you should fight it and stuff, maybe it's best to kind of just let him go and let him come back at the fountain. Caixa is a bit of an interesting change, because after talking to August Browning, the kit designer for like Jinx, Jhin, Echo, Vi, Gnar, Sona, and stuff like that, basically what they're doing with Caixa is the Q AP ratios being decreased, but the upgraded missiles have been increased. The W base damage and AP ratio has been increased, but the AD ratio has been decreased. And the upgraded cooldown refund has also been increased on the W. Essentially what they want to do is make it so if you're going AD Caixa, you can only really benefit from the one evolution on the Q, and not get like multiple evolutions with and possibly get the W and stuff like that. Basically, I think this is targeting the hybrid build as well. They want you to kind of go one or the other. So if like on ARAM or something, or you just like me, you like mid lane, W poke Caixa as well as the better Caixa, they're bumping up the AP ratio on that too to reward you a bit more for building a bunch more AP and doing like the long range Nidalee Spear kind of playstyle and stuff like that. What's kind of cool, if I remember correctly, now the Q missiles are back to what they were on live when Caixa used to upgrade it back to 12 instead of the 10 too, so that might be kind of nice for trading in lane. Now if you're playing as Jinx against this, what this means is you want to use the minion wave to dodge those Qs as much as possible, kind of like you do now, but also like when it was on release. And for the W change, that probably won't be that bad because the AD ratio is being decreased, so if you're laning against Caixa, it's probably AD Caixa. The W is going to be doing less damage than if it does hit you, so that could be actually pretty beneficial in the lane matchup. Sivir's Q damage is being increased later, and the R minimum movement speed now scales. So essentially, on Sivir's Q, kind of like it says, the damage will increase as the game goes on. So in laning phase, it will probably be basically the same. But the ultimate is the kind of interesting one, because usually when people are playing Sivir, it's probably for the ultimate, a team composition that will work really well if Sivir can enable it. And that now scales from 20% at all ranks to 20, 25, and 30% by max rank, which is rank 16 for the ultimate. Sona's base AD and AD growth have been increased. The E self-movement speed is being increased and is now flat. They're basically reverting the mid-patch 10.4 changes, since we decided going forward the changes to the tribute questline support, which we'll get into those in a bit. But also, so the attack damage is going up actually on their base stats from 45 to 49, and the attack damage growth is going up from 2 to 3. They're giving Sona back basically a little bit more love. And the self-movement speed on her E, instead of being 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, is back up to 20% at all ranks. If you're playing with a Sona, she can get you and your team out of a situation a lot faster, kind of like she could before a bit better. She can also harass a bit better with those base stats, so just watch out for that if you're playing against a Sona. She's still pretty squishy though, so if you want to try and all-in her with a hard engage support like Leona and Nautilus, because they're meta, right, with the flame choppers, you probably still can, and then that's that. There are some item changes to the support line that might be important with the supports you're playing with, because essentially with like Spelled Thief's Edge and Spectral Sickle, especially if you like playing Sona, I guess, the tribute procs now require a nearby ally. You can't do that solo lane stuff with them anymore. This is mainly targeted towards like top lane Soraka and Sona and things like that, but it does mean in lane, try not to be away from your support too much if they're trying to go for the procs, I guess, because they're going to kind of need you around to do that more often. Most likely you're not building these items on Jinx, so it's probably fine though, in that regard. And that's kind of the patch rundown for Jinx and the other AD carries that are changing, some things that might change with her matchups, some of the supports that might change or also change in the matchup as well. The reason we're not doing the AD carry tier list is because the patch is rather new. If you guys end up missing the AD carry tier list, we can start bringing that back for the next video, of course. And it's not like you guys didn't have good comments and advice based on your elo. That was actually all appreciated too. But that's going to be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Of course, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, the actual subscribe button. But I don't know which video will be next, because life can have a lot of kinks. So until this time, take care. GG, get jinxed. Thank you for watching, and enjoy pizza responsibly.